In this compelling narrative, a man embarked on a journey of selflessly tending to his wife's well-being, even as her weight soared to an astonishing 700 pounds. This left her entirely reliant on him for the most basic tasks, from dressing to daily activities. Yet, their intimate life suffered under the weight of her obesity. Every day, the husband dutifully accompanied his wife to the supermarket, loading up on high-calorie indulgences like fried chicken drenched in butter, salads buried under a deluge of chocolate sauce, and other calorific treats. He found fulfillment and pride in watching his wife grow larger, all because of his meticulous care. However, Betty, the wife, carried the seeds of her obesity, stemming from childhood traumas of abuse that drove her to compulsive overeating as a means to shield herself from layers of excess weight. Her binge eating spiraled into an addiction that she couldn't break free from. When she met her current husband, she weighed 400 pounds, but instead of recoiling from her obesity, he embraced it and abandoned his job to become her sole caretaker. Betty's weight surged from 400 to almost 700 pounds, and the heavier she grew, the more her husband's affection deepened. Not until a doctor issued a dire warning that Betty's life hung in the balance if she continued on this difficult path, with a prognosis that she might not survive past 30 years. Filled with terror, Betty had an epiphany. She refused to squander her life immobile on the sofa. She yearned for a career, dreams of motherhood, and the natural aging process. She longed for a normal life. Consequently, the imperative to shed excess weight took precedence. However, her husband grappled with an inner conflict, admitting, "I'm inadvertently hastening her demise. But I'm terrified that if she loses weight, she won't love me anymore." Faced with her husband's turmoil, Betty saw no alternative but to employ a clever ruse. She clung to her husband and contorted herself relentlessly. Eventually, her husband yielded to her determination, marking the beginning of their weight loss journey. This 700-pound woman had to wield a hefty broomstick for her baths and depended on her husband for the most personal of needs. Life under these circumstances was nothing short of unbearable, and the dire consequences of her obesity extended to her very survival. Betty made the life-altering decision to shed those excess pounds. After a journey in a van, her husband took her to Houston to consult with a renowned weight loss specialist. When the doctor asked about her weight, the scale read 654 pounds, just slightly lower than the anticipated 700 pounds. Yet, the doctor's concern was palpable. Standing at a diminutive 4 feet 9 inches, Betty faced immense challenges. Gazing into the mirror, she was horrified by the reflection before her. Betty proved that with determination and patience, anyone can transform their life. Despite her diminutive stature, she bore the weight of a colossal body that strained her lungs to their limit. The doctor recognized that the crux of the issue lay with Betty's husband. The path to Betty's weight loss was rife with hurdles, and she needed not just her own unwavering resolve but also the comprehensive support of her husband. The doctor had to make the man realize the gravity of the situation. Fortunately, he concurred. However, the doctor didn't endorse immediate surgery. He wanted to gauge Betty's capacity for weight loss since surgery wouldn't make sense otherwise. Thus, he set a goal for Betty to lose 30 pounds independently. If she achieved it, the doctor would proceed with the surgery. Betty's husband willingly cooperated, and they returned home, strictly adhering to the doctor's recommended dietary regimen, with Betty's husband meticulously preparing her meals according to the specified guidelines. Each meal came with a predetermined amount of food, and they embarked on an exercise regimen together. 2 months later, they returned to the hospital, where Betty had successfully shed 55 pounds, surpassing her goal. Betty was overjoyed, and the doctor was astounded by her tenacity and her husband's unwavering support. Consequently, the doctor arranged for Betty to undergo gastric bypass surgery. The operation, which lasted for 6 hours, proceeded without complications. However, upon regaining consciousness after anesthesia, Betty was met with the stark reality that her husband had inexplicably vanished, having abandoned her due to her choice to undergo weight loss surgery, a decision that ran counter to his preference for her obesity. Betty found herself engulfed in panic upon learning of her husband's disappearance, her only response being tears. However, the doctor and healthcare staff swiftly arrived to console her. They emphasized that she had met her weight loss objective, assuring her of a future defined by improved health. Betty slowly mustered the confidence to resolve not to let her ex-husband's decisions dictate her life, resolutely determined to forge her path toward happiness. Subsequently, Betty and her husband began confiding in a psychologist, delving into the depths of their feelings. Her husband initially confessed his profound love for Betty but admitted to a lingering belief that Betty did not reciprocate his affection in equal measure. Consequently, he had deliberately facilitated her weight gain to render her wholly reliant on him. Unbeknownst to him, Betty had harbored unspoken scars from past traumas that had hindered intimacy, leading to his misconceptions. This candid exchange illuminated the root of their issues, with the psychologist realizing that love existed in abundance between them. All that was required was open, consistent communication. Betty's husband ultimately grasped that love transcended appearances and that supporting her in her weight loss journey constituted both respecting her desires and safeguarding her health. With the unwavering backing and understanding of her husband, Betty approached her weight loss journey with renewed seriousness, familiarizing herself with a healthy diet and regular exercise. Her appetite transformed, and her body underwent swift changes, propelling her weight loss journey ahead smoothly. Betty impressively shed 156 pounds, bolstering her self-esteem, both in her physical appearance and overall health. The bond between Betty and her husband blossomed, marked by mutual understanding and respect, with eager anticipation and hope for a brighter future ahead. Post-weight loss, Betty felt a newfound level of self-assuredness, undergoing not only a physical transformation but a mental one as well. She acquired the wisdom to love and care for herself, recognizing that weight loss wasn't solely about appearances but a holistic pursuit of health and happiness. Betty's story stands as a testament to the indomitable human spirit, illustrating that one can surmount even the most daunting challenges with unwavering determination and the support of loved ones. She realized her dream of a life defined by health and happiness, showcasing the boundless power of love and tenacity. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey, and don't forget to subscribe to D12 Media for more inspiring content. Until next time, stay strong and keep striving for your dreams. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to D12 Media for more engaging content.